Well, Jeff Bridges, the word has it in Fearless that Peter Weir wanted you right off the top. You were his first choice, and I'm wondering if that was communicated to you and what you make of that with a director of his stature. What did he see in you, do you suppose?
Gee, I don't know.
Does a director communicate that sort of thing to an actor?
Well, what I'm remembering now was our, you know, who really got me the gig, as far as I'm concerned, is Robin Williams, who very, you know, kind of secretly, or I didn't know anything about it. You want to wait for this? Yeah.
Isn't that remarkable? I thought we were in New York for a minute.
Welcome to my
Yeah.
I moved down here a week ago and I'm for show.
I'll phrase the thing kind of differently.
All right.
Okay.
You do that
Okay.
again, that question again?
Please, may I?
You're speeding?
Yeah. Jeff Bridges in Fearless, the word is that Peter Weir wanted you from the word go for this role. I'm wondering what he saw in you. Any clues? Did he tell you?
Well, what comes to mind is a dinner that Robin Williams set up with me and Peter and my wife and Robin's wife, and I had no idea, but I guess Peter was scouting me for this role.
Stalking you for
Stalking me, I guess, you know. And I'm glad it all worked out. But I'm not sure what the hell he saw in me.
Well, actually, I'm wondering that word. Is he a stalker on the set? Does he kind of remain in hiding a little bit to see what's going on, or is he an upfront director right there in your
very
face?
upfront, but not in your face. I mean, very sensitive to what you need as an actor and to what the situation calls for. But he is not a reserved director who doesn't let you know what he's feeling or that kind of thing, or, you know, a super manipulative kind of director. He works through love and relaxation, really.
His work, so much of it deals with people almost in a kind of a traumatized or trance-like state. Had you seen things like Picnic at Hanging Rock and Last?
Big fan of his, yeah.
Okay, so going into a project like this, any expectations, anticipation?
I just didn't want to mess it up. You know, I thought, you know, it was a great script and great part and a terrific director, and I hope, you know, I just pray that I could, you know, give it my best shot and not let the story or Peter down.
It kind of resonates with a lot of your other parts, the more I think about it. I mean, in Tron, you're plunged into an ultra-surreal sort of world. In Fisher King, there are obvious comparisons, I think. Is there something that you see in either your philosophy or approach to life, or just your good tools as an actor, that give you the chance to play a character who can be both charismatic and yet sort of traumatized at the same time, you know?
So the question is,
Does this tell us anything about Jeff Bridges?
Oh, about the choices that I make? I mean, like if I'm consciously making those choices?
That too.
Yeah.
Or is it just, it's acting, John?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think it's an act, as they say. You know, you're acting. That's the kind of the assignment to you know, just totally get into. I approach each part as a character role, you know, and whether it's a romantic leading man or a guy who's crazy or whatever, they're all characters, and all aspects of myself that I can draw on, or people that I know and see.
When we prepare for these kinds of interviews, and you're looking back through bios and things, and my goodness, it's been 5 years since you were making top-of-the-line features. Is it really that long? Do you
Isn't that wild? I really do. I can't believe it. That's amazing.
And yet, your youthful appearance and manner
inside, I feel like I'm a 19-year-old man. I can't believe it.
So when you look back over this career, and we're talking about some really major league films here, do you allow yourself a moment of self-congratulations, or are you always a little bit on the edge about your work, never quite satisfied?
I'm pretty proud of my body of work, and I really worked with some terrific people and had some great movies that I'm really proud of being involved with. So there is that element, but then the reverse is also true, that I'm on my guard, figuring out, maybe that, the actors always go through that, you hear, and I'm not an exception, where you think that they're going to find me out and that's going to be my last job.
Going to find you out. I like that. Let's go back to the picture in closing, because I think there's an important message here. It may not always be on the surface, but you have a heightened sense of life in this thing, and yet it almost doesn't equip you to live a normal life. This rather a tragic situation.
Yeah.
We always think, boy, we've got to learn about life and be in on it, be sensitized, but then we pay a price.
That's right.
You can't cope with life as it is in an ordinary sense.
That's right.
Is that a fair interpretation of what I'm seeing up there on the screen?
Yeah, I think, you know, this is a pretty a powerful film. It's filled with a lot of things, and I think that's, you know, that each person, it's interesting, I've been doing these interviews throughout the day, you know, different people have, you know, brought seen such different kind of things in the film, and you know, this is your you know, perception of it, and I wouldn't disagree with it, that, you know, you do.
Yeah. You wouldn't mind if the film were almost seen as a kind of a Rorschach blot.
Yes, it's very much that way.
I see spiders,
so.
Somebody else sees a bat.
Yeah, yeah, but it puts you in touch with how you view life, you know, and what you value. And for me personally, it's a reminder of how brief it is, and how it can go in at any time, and how we should really, you know, not waste time with, you know, hate or, you know, judgments on ourselves. We should, you know, like, live it fully and really savor the being alive.
Rorschach blot or not, I see a mighty fine performance.
All right.
I want to thank you.
Thanks
Jeff
very
Bridges,
much.
Max Klein, and Fearless. We're both in Los Angeles. I'm John Tibbetts for KCTV5.